Hello students, welcome to the official channel of Saurav Sir's classes. Today my lecture will be based on the topic urban local governments, which is an important topic of Indian polity that comes for WBCS main examinations, and it constitutes paper 5. So before we proceed with the topic, what are urban local governments and why are they constituted? Basically, urban local governments are system of governance in urban areas by people through their elected representatives. So, if you know, the 74th Constitutional Amendment Act of 1992 has given constitutional status to this urban local bodies. So now we will discuss in brief about the provisions that have been released by this Amendment Act. Now, so 74th Constitutional Amendment Act 1992 has given constitutional status or recognition to these urban local governments. Now, the provisions of the Act can be divided into two major sections. I repeat, the provisions of this Act can be divided into two major sections. The first section is mandatory, and the second kind of provisions are voluntary. So, we will quickly have a look at what are the mandatory provisions and voluntary provisions released by the Act in regard. Okay. So, under the mandatory provisions, we have reservation of 1/3 seats for women, and also for SC or ST in urban local bodies. So, one of the foremost mandatory provision outlined in the 74th Constitutional Amendment Act is that there would be a reservation of 1/3 seats for women in the urban local bodies, and reservation system would also be applicable to people belonging to scheduled caste or scheduled tribe. Next, we have other mandatory provisions like constitution of State Election Commission, for conducting elections. So another mandatory provision that has been outlined by the 74th Amendment Act is that there would be a State Election Commission which shall be constituted for conducting elections. So these are few of the mandatory provisions that have been released by the 74th Constitutional Amendment Act. Now coming to the voluntary provisions of the Act. Voluntary provisions include reservation for members of union and state legislature, and also reservation for backward classes. And another important provision is giving financial powers to local bodies in relation to tax, toll or duty. So let us have a look at the voluntary provisions now. Voluntary provisions provide reservation for the members of union and state legislature, and it also provides reservation for members of the backward classes. Again, voluntary provisions also include giving financial powers to the urban local bodies in relation to tax, toll as well as duty. Okay, so this is all about the provisions of the 74th Constitutional Amendment Act, which has given a constitutional status to the urban local governments. And the provisions can be dealt in two sections. One section is the mandatory one and the other section is the voluntary one. Okay, the mandatory one includes reservation of seats for women, then reservation of seats for members of scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, and also constitution of the State Election Commission for conducting elections. Whereas the voluntary provisions include reservation for members of union or state legislature as well as backward classes, and giving financial powers to local bodies in relation to toll, tax as well as duty. Alright, now we will come to the composition of the urban local bodies. Right, so we will come to the composition of urban local bodies. Now, urban local bodies are comprised of whom? Urban local bodies comprise people chosen through direct election, from territorial constituencies. I repeat, urban local governments comprise people chosen through direct election from territorial constituencies. So here, even because India is a democracy, we see that the urban local governments comprise people who are elected through the manner of direct form of election, and they are elected from the various territorial constituencies they belong to. Okay, now election provides for body of persons having knowledge and experience in those local bodies. Now, these local bodies will also constitute a body of persons who have specialized knowledge and experience regarding administration. So these people will be nominated to such local bodies depending on what kind of knowledge or expertise they have regarding the administration or management of these small governments. Next, the elections also, local bodies also provide for manner of election of chairperson of municipality. So quickly recapitulating the composition of urban local governments is they comprise of people chosen through direct elections from the various territorial constituencies. Then the election provides for body of person having knowledge and experience in those local bodies, that is, people who have specialized knowledge and experiences pertaining to administration will get a representation or will be nominated directly to these local bodies based on the amount of expertise or knowledge they have pertaining to the administration part. And the local bodies also provide for the manner of election of chairperson of the municipality. That is, the details that how the chairperson of municipality is to be elected or put into position in those urban local bodies. The entire manner of election has also been outlined in the as a part of the local bodies. Now, next topic will be the organization of municipality. Next topic would be the organization of municipality. Now, the organization of the municipality can be divided in between two parts. I repeat, the organization of the municipality can be divided between two parts. And what are the two parts? The two parts are deliberate and executive. I repeat, the two parts are deliberate and executive. Now, what is the nature of organization of municipality under the deliberate section? Deliberate section states that municipal board comprises of elected representatives of people. So, under the deliberate nature of organization of municipality states that the municipal board comprises of elected representatives of the people. Now, the municipality acts like a legislature In what sense the municipality acts like a legislature? In what sense? They debate over municipal policies and look after municipal administration. So, the deliberate nature of organization of the municipality states that the municipal board comprises of elected representatives of the body. Now, the municipality acts like legislature as in a lawmaking body. In which sense? That the municipality debates over the municipal policies that are to be passed, and they also look after municipal administration. So in that sense, municipality acts like a legislature or a lawmaking body. And executive organization states that municipality is looked after by municipal councils and permanent employees of municipality. So the executive nature of organization of municipality states that municipality is looked after by municipal councils mainly and permanent employees of the municipality. So this is all for the organization of municipality, which is divided mainly into two parts. One is the deliberate one is the executive one. The deliberate organization says that municipal board comprises of elected representatives of the people, and municipality acts like legislature in the sense that municipality debates over municipal policies and looks after municipal administration. Next, coming to the executive nature of organization of municipality, it states that municipality is looked after by municipal councils and permanent employees of the municipality. Now, we will move on to the functions of municipality. Now, we move on to the functions of municipality. Now, functions of municipality can be again divided under two broad heads. One is the mandatory function, this will not be mandatory, this will be obligatory. And the other one is discretionary functions. Okay. So, the functions of municipality are again divided into two parts. One is obligatory and one is discretionary. Now, what are the obligatory functions? Obligatory functions are those which municipality must perform. So, obligatory functions are those functions which the municipality must perform. That is, no matter what, the municipality mandatorily needs to perform these functions. So, let us take a few examples of the functions which fall under the section of obligatory functions of municipality. Example, construction of roads, its maintenance, next, providing water supply, so the examples of obligatory functions of the municipality include construction of roads, then its maintenance, and providing adequate water supply to people of urban areas. Now, what are discretionary functions again? Discretionary functions are those which municipality performs if funds permit. So, discretionary functions are those which municipality performs if funds permit. However, obligatory functions are not dependent on funds. That is, whether funds permit or not, obligatory functions are mandatorily to be performed. However, discretionary functions are those which are performed if the urban local bodies fall excess of the tax grants or their funds permit them to undertake such functions or such activities as a part of their plan. So let us have a look at the types of functions that fall under the section of discretionary functions of municipality. One is building quarters for low-income groups, so an important discretionary function which municipality performs is building quarters for low-income groups. So this is all about the functions of municipality. So municipality performs various kinds of functions, and depending on the nature of functions they perform, they may be classified under obligatory and discretionary. Obligatory are those which municipality must perform irrespective of whether they fall in excess of funds or in shortage of funds. Example of obligatory functions include construction of roads, its maintenance, providing water supply to urban people, and discretionary functions are those which municipality performs if funds permit. And example of discretionary functions include building quarters for low income groups. Okay. Now we come to the types of urban local bodies. Now we come to the types of urban local bodies. Now, what are the different types of urban local bodies? Number one is municipal corporation. So, number one is municipal corporation. They look after administration of big cities. So I repeat, municipal corporation look after administration of big cities like Delhi, Mumbai, Hyderabad. So municipal corporations do that. Next we have municipality. So next we have municipality. Municipality looks after administration of small towns and cities. I repeat, municipality looks after the administration of small towns and cities. Okay. Coming to the third type is notified area committee. Now, notified area committee. Notified area committee looks after administration of towns which are fast developing or don't satisfy criteria for municipality. I repeat, notified area committee looks after administration of towns which are fast developing or don't satisfy the criteria of municipality. So towns which are fast developing yet they do not possess sufficient criteria to actually possess a municipality of their own, there these notified area committees are functional. Next, we come to town area committee. Town area committee. Now, what are town area committees? Town area committees are semi-municipal authority looking after administration of small towns with limited number of civic functions. So town area committees are semi-municipal authority which look after the administration of small towns with limited number of civic functions. Next, coming to the fifth type is Port Trust Board. They are responsible for looking after the administration of port areas. They are responsible for the administration of port areas, management of them, and providing civic facilities to people settled there. So the next one is Port Trust Board, which looks after the administration and management of the port areas and provides civic facilities to the people who are staying in those port areas. All right. Next we have the Cantonment Board. Looks after administration of cantonments and what are these cantonments? Places where military people are permanently stationed. So we come to the next type, which is Cantonment Board. Cantonment Board looks after the administration of cantonments, which are essentially places where military people are permanently stationed. And the last one are special agencies. So the last one are special agencies. So urban local bodies may enable these agencies to undertake activities designated to municipality. So, urban local bodies may feel that they need to constitute some agencies for fulfilling certain functions which the municipal bodies aren't able to fulfill efficiently. So for that purpose, we have these special agencies which come into play when the municipal bodies, rather the urban local bodies, feel like designating some part of activities from the municipalities to them. So this is all about the urban local governments, and hope you like this video. And if you have any suggestions regarding improving the content of our channel, you are free to do so. And if you want us to upload a tutorial or class on any particular subject matter that you want us to give a lecture on, then you're free to comment on that. Thank you so much. Stay tuned. See you in the next video.